Hey guys, we're here with Mike Maino from a Jersey band called Screaming Broccoli. Not to mention, he's also a well-rounded studio player. Mike, just want to ask you, what got you started playing guitar?
Had seen my uncle play when I was about 5 years old. He was playing acoustic guitar, just playing some folk songs. And I was really, blown away by it. I really wanted to play, and I expressed interest in it. He had bought me the small little acoustic. So my mom took me to the local music store for some lessons. They turned me away. They said I was too young. So the guitar sat in my room for years until I was about 12 years old. And I heard my first rock record. I think a friend of mine played Kiss Alive for me.
Okay.
And I went crazy, and I ran home, I said, Ma, I gotta start taking guitar lessons now. Finally, at that point, went back to the music store again. I guess I was old enough. They said, all right, they took me on, and that was it. That was the end of the story. I've been playing ever since.
Wow. Okay.
So that's what happened.
That's amazing. Now, do you, how do you stress the importance of what do you think as far as reading music, and how important is it to kids or anyone that wants to get into playing?
Well, I mean, it can be important if you really want to pursue a career in music. I would always suggest reading. Even if you don't, I think it's a good place to start. If you don't have to be the best reader in the world, you don't have to be, someone who reads like someone who reads an orchestra, but it's good to know a little reading.
Back when you started versus today, what do you think? What's missing?
Wow.
Or how could you sum it up, or what's your feeling about the music industry in general today as opposed to when it was?
Well,
when you first started.
A big difference. When I first started, I mean, there was you either learned how to read music or you had to learn how to figure out songs by ear, and that was it. There was no tab. There was no video lessons. There was no YouTube. You either had to take private lessons or learn by ear and learn how to read music, and that was it. So I think there's a lot more information out there now for anyone who wants to learn. I wish that information was available to me back then when I was learning.
Right.
I had to learn, literally slow records down, half speed, and try to learn every song I wanted to learn by ear. It was the only way I could learn, and my teacher was just showing me how to play just basic, C chord, G chord, and just your basic notes. Everything else I had to do my homework on and put in hours and hours and hours just trying to learn songs.
Because you're playing the chops, it's not the instant gratification.
No, it was all the work I had to put in, and I still think today, I mean, even though all that information's out there, I think the students still need to put in the work.
Do you think that, in your opinion, that the music business right now is, I mean, obviously not what it used to be, but do you think that it really, like, what's your take on it as far as what, do you think that the music's still the same but we missed it, or you know what I mean, like it's just, or do you think it's kind of like commercialized
unfortunately,
differently?
what I think is there is just not, coming from as a guitar player, from the guitar player standpoint, there's not a lot of guitar in music anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of it is programmed synthesizers or programmed drum machines, or whatever. It's a lot of computer driven music where the guitar has taken a huge back seat. When I was a kid, the guitar was at the forefront. Everything was guitar.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to play music, you had to learn guitar. That was it. So I think if kids want to start today and they want to learn guitar, they're really going to have to dig deep and go back a few years to find the guitar music that I think we all fell in love with. So I think that's a big thing. I think that modern music today just doesn't have that.
Right.
Unfortunately. But
Well, what would your words be of wisdom to new kids to play? And I mean, and tell me what the value is of what you can get out of learning an instrument, regardless of what level. Even if it's sitting back with an acoustic on a beach or going with chords, like, I mean, you know,
Yeah,
you always have it with you. Like,
yeah,
what's your
I
wisdom
can
and
honestly
stuff like
say it's you have to put the work into it.
Right.
Okay, in order to get the results you want, and that comes with, you know, taking lessons, practicing. But once you get to a certain point where you're actually playing a song and it sounds like a song, that's just a great feeling. And it's a great sense of accomplishment if you can just sit down and just play something. Wow, this actually sounds like a song.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's something like that, if it sounds like a song and you really, I think you can easily get excited about it.
Yeah, for doing it. You sure?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well, we want to thank Mike for stopping by and you know, giving us his input and all his years of experience, and hoping you guys out there, if you're thinking of taking up an instrument, please do. And you know, it's always going to help you, always benefit. Really put an effort in to learn an instrument. It's so important. Thanks again for lending an ear. Thanks for stopping in to Encore Chat. I'm Pete Schmiedhauser, that owns a small little store called Schmied's Music, 831 Route 10 East in the Pine Plaza Shopping Center in Whippany, New Jersey. Thanks, guys, and stay in touch to see more videos to come.